Hi everyone, my name is Matt Quabbin. Today I'm going to be introducing you to Kahoot. Kahoot is a fun interactive gaming experience for students to assess what they know and don't know in the class in a very fun and light way. The name Kahoot is basically the name of their mini little quizzes online. You don't go to Kahoot.com, you go to getkahoot.com, and this is where you can get your free account. This is a free program for teachers and even students to use. Once you get an account, you sign in, and this is going to be the main forum. From here, what you can do is you can choose 3 different things that you'd like students to assess on, whether they want to do a survey in their class, discussion, or what I see as a math teacher using most frequently is quizzes. These quizzes you can either make your own or you can use a public Kahoot. So up here you can actually create a bunch of them for different things you'd like your students to know, or little things you want them to know about your school, or you can just do a basic public Kahoot and you can basically preview what other teachers have done on certain subjects. So first I'd like to show you how to create your own Kahoot. So we're going to click quiz, and from here what you do is you name it. So as a math teacher I'll call mine algebra. It's hard to type and talk. So algebra. From here, each question you can name what you want it to do. You can also have images, whether you want to show a graph, a picture, a map. So just to give you an example, here's my first question, 3 plus 4. So down here what you do is you put answers that you'd like students to see. One of them must be correct. You can actually have multiple correct ones, but I'll just put an answer of 1, 2, 3, and the correct answer, which is 7. So once you've put all 4 answers, what you have to do is you have to choose and tell the program which one's correct. So clearly 7's correct, so I click incorrect, which makes it correct. So now when the students see this question and they choose 7, they actually get points for this. Now this Kahoot is based on time, so you can put a time limit, whether you want it to be 2 minutes, 5 seconds, whatever, and then you can say whether or not you want points to be allotted for this question. The fun part about Kahoot is that it's a challenge game. It's about time, speed, and correctness. So the more time that you have, the more points students can get. So usually keeping around 20-30 seconds is a great amount of time. So from here, you save continue, you can actually add more questions on that last screen. But from here, what it is your last thing. So you can allow every quiz that you make to be public or private, whether you want somebody else to use it or whether you want to keep it to yourself. So I always make everything public, and I always put my audience as school, because most of the stuff that I'm going to be doing and using here is for school level. That was a pretty easy question, a very easy Kahoot, so I'm going to put this all the way down to beginner, and then you can give descriptions, whether this is for 1st grade, 2nd grade, high school, college, whatever, and then you can put also extra tags. I'm not going to do anything like that. So what I do is I click done one more time, and now this is a public Kahoot and anyone else can use it, try it, and have it in their own classroom. Now, what I find most exciting is actually using some of the public Kahoots, because not always do we have time to create all these different things, but we can use things from other teachers who are out there who are making great things. So what we can do is go up here, and there are over 2.7 million Kahoots that are out there that are public use. So these range from a bunch of different things. So what I do is I always type in certain things depending on what my subject that I'm working with in this week. So again, we'll go algebra. And this is a very vague title. You know, you can be specific, like functions, graphs, things like that, or whatever is your subject matter. So I'm going to click on this first one, classifying functions, but just before that, I want to make sure that this kind of meets the needs of my students. So what I do is I actually click on the name, classifying functions of the Kahoot. And what this does is it brings you to the next screen, which shows you basically what all your questions are. So you can preview and make sure that it meets the needs of your students. As a high school teacher, these are great high school questions. If you're working with elementary school kids, this is pretty much out of their league. So it gives you a great idea to see what is going to be asked of your students before you give it to them. So, all right, this meets the needs. Awesome. So let's play it. So this is an interface that I'm going to have to do on 2 screens here, because I'm going to show you the teacher version and what the students see. So right here I launch it, and you need to make sure that you have this available on a screen so that students can see what the questions are, and then most importantly see this, which is a game pin. This is a specified game pin that now students can have to, or are going to have to type in either on their cell phones that get internet, tablets that get internet, or PCs or laptops that get internet. So what they need to do is they need to go to kahoot.it, and I already have that up here, kahoot.it, and I type in the game pin that's up on the screen. So I'm going to have to go between the two of them. 936, and then I believe it's 459. 459. So from here, what students do is they connect and they actually put a name. So they can put anything. My name's Matt, so I type that in. So now I join the game. So it says I'm in. I go back to the teacher screen. So up on the board, it shows all your students who are in. You may click on every student if you want to remove them. You can also see how many students are in and who else needs to go. So since I'm the only one, I'm going to click Start Now. So now this screen is up on the board, and this is where all the questions are going to be asked and all the answers that are going to be for each problem. So the student only sees this bottom portion that's going to be right around here. They're only going to see these answers and actually just colors. So they have to read the question, look at the picture if they need to, the timer's going, and what they have to do is choose. So this is what the student sees. They just see these three colors on their tablet. So they have to choose the correct answer. Well, the correct answer is linear. So I click linear, and we wait for all the rest of the players to go. You can wait. I got the correct answer. Yay. Now, say for instance you have an entire classroom and they're all getting this wrong. The one nice thing that this program allows you to do is you can go back and see the image that was already asked. So I can say, all right, hey, we all got that wrong, and let's take a look. Oh, I could see where you get confused or whatnot. So you can look back at here and you can go back, and you really don't have to just be satisfied with them getting it incorrect. We can now go back and maybe reteach, reassess, reevaluate what they know and what they don't know through each problem. So we can get out of here, and now we can go through the rest of them, but I'm not going to. What I would like to show you is at the end what it looks like. So when you finish each round, there's a scoreboard, and it gives you a top 5 students in the class and what their ranking is. So the quicker they answer, the more points they're going to get. So it shuffles around, and it's a really fun experience for the students because it's competitive, but it's lighthearted, and there's really not much stress that's involved in this. And the one nice thing that I actually look at is since they only show the top 5, they don't show the bottom 5. They don't show what students are struggling or which students need some additional help. We as teachers, we can see that on a separate screen. We can see which students need some help, but other students can't see that. So it kind of keeps that bullying aspect and that aspect of students getting made fun of. It keeps it out of there. I really am a big fan of that. So at the end, you get a scoreboard. Yay, yay, yay. Everyone's excited and happy. It also allows us as a Kahoot to have some fun. I teach a low-level math class, so our class is extended time. So I actually will use this occasionally to do brain breaks. So you can do movies, logos, different things where students can kind of take their mind off of doing school and have some fun with this. I've actually had some fun over the past couple of days practicing with this and playing around with my friends and family, and they're actually getting a kick out of it. So it's not just educational, but it's fun, it's exciting, and you really can get a lot out of your students by letting them kind of break out of their shell and basically play a game in school while they're still learning. So it's kind of like hiding it from them. So this is Kahoot.com. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you use it in your classroom. I plan on using it all next year. Have some fun, make some Kahoots, and hopefully you make them public so I can use them. Take care.